Start that.
Yo.
Charlamagne start doing stuff.
Yeah.
I have to go back and listen. That's a
Darren.
Yeah.
Phil.
Who just said yo?
Hey, she sound like a New York battle rapper, don't she?
Yep.
They're live, like live to Facebook. So
Oh, it is.
I'm gonna tell y'all now.
Okay.
That's Dave. Red
Come for
Dave.
me. Please don't work.
Huh?
I said, don't be coming.
Oh, shorter than him?
Whoa. Maybe it's like, no, I gotta be
No,
that.
she must be tall. Like she must be
Oh,
tiny.
she's Chinese and black. So. Is that serious? What?
You wrong.
Is is that not like the traditional stature?
Wrong, that's right.
we're live right now.
This is Ebony. What's going on? Oh my God.
Tell us why.
Tell
Tell us why you had the hand and had some baby powder on it when you walked in.
Let me see. It took me like 15 minutes to get some gas because I wanted to, and which is a perfect segue for this show.
Ooh.
Man, I went to 3 pumps at the same gas station. Went in twice.
And what they say was wrong with the pump?
He didn't say because I couldn't understand what he was saying. He said something I just couldn't understand.
Oh, okay. So you just said okay. Go on to the next one.
No, I just said I'll try the other one, and then he told. Then I paid. He said, "Come on in and pump."
Mm-hmm.
That somebody could have just easily slid on through.
Yeah.
And got. Yeah.
But this
More options.
you picked the right night, didn't you? I don't even know who's sitting in the studio with us, right? They know somebody. They went to a business. Their friend and bragged on it. You come out and it's a failure. You know, it's in short, it's a failure. It's not a failure because you're supporting. It's a failure because they don't know how to match the level of service that people are used to, and this is why people fail in business. So Willie Dynamite, Willie, is this the 3rd time, 4th time? What is this?
I don't know, man. It's kind of it's up the whole great area. You know, it's all good, man. Like this me, you know what I'm saying. So I want to thank y'all for just doing what y'all do. You know
Thank you, man.
Appreciate you,
Yeah,
bro.
thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
on.
And we have Chisa. Y'all don't realize, like, really what she does was the best. Reception? It was a service, but you want to make sure, like, this is my event center. I want to make sure you have the best time you can.
Absolutely.
So, welcome to the gray area.
Welcome. I mean, not welcome, but thank you for having me back.
Yes. My man, the SEO guru. Darren probably will be modest tonight, but he wears a lot of hats, and he has his own brand of coffee.
I made you through Joe. Sorry.
Okay.
And is the SEO champion to me of in the entire people who are good at it. Rarely do you. Yeah. And then my man over here, Incognito, my man Philip. Philip.
You're gonna tag somebody in a minute.
He's down to business. Any of y'all need a criminal defense attorney, y'all need to get with my man right here because he puts it
I
down
need one, so we know. You know what that means.
for you. You could even get him. Get them. So all of you have like successful businesses. They're all different in their own arena, and I've witnessed each one of you successfully, provide a level of service that out there. And I don't think people realize the importance of making sure that if you decide to run a business, that you are matching some level of service that people are used to. That's just the thing. Like, you can't say you want to open up a hotel and your rooms don't look like, you ain't got to have the Marriott rooms because everybody got to crawl somewhere, but you're obligated to invest in yourself and make sure that people are comfortable. Ain't no bed bugs, ain't no roaches. You get what you pray for. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but you all have affordable prices and offer the level of service that somebody would be paying tens and tenderly. So Willie, let me start with you, man. You into fashion, you've been to real estate and a little bit of everything. How important is it for you in your branding of what? Look at how Willie's dressed with the bow tie. He got the. It's important for you to not only dress the way you do, but provide this a level of service that people are used to.
Well, a lot of people with just business in general, it's kind of like you got a lot of people that's selling stuff or telling you to do something that they haven't did. So it's like, I like to show people that I actually do it.
Right.
You know, like I remember somebody said that, oh man, he don't do real estate. I said, well, you can pull up on the house that I just bought off of Fall Creek and Martin Luther King. We rehabbing. You know, you come in, you might learn something. And I'm willing to teach you a few things while you here, you know. And I just finished my fashion course. It took me, man, I think I lost a few strands of hair. You see a little bit of gray in my beard done popped up, but I got the fashion course done and uploaded because I want men to start dressing like men again. You know, we got to get back to that and everybody say, well, you know, that ain't for everybody. And listen, we ain't trying to hear none of that because you can go back to the 40s. Consider flying the 40s unless you had on
tips.
That's,
I don't know too many people wearing wing tips, but shout out to the wing tips.
Let's keep it 100 because what I'm trying to put you on is something that's timeless. You can be 18 and fly, or you can be 80 and fly. This never goes out of business. So I compiled all of this information into a course. It comes with an ebook worth of over an hour worth of material, and it's also showing you how to form dressing, and now you can go out and create that as a business. Because I'm showing you how to start it as an LLC, or if you want to go sole proprietorship. I'm showing you how to do your social media marketing. You know, I'm showing you how to use Instagram and Facebook, and even have or even use like Hootsuite to link it all together. So that way you can post on one platform and it sends it to all platforms. You know what I'm saying? You can sponsor posts, ads, and stuff like that. So I'm really giving them the game. I'm not only teaching them how to dress, but I'm teaching them how to go out there and earn some money as a, you know, and moving as a business. You know,
like that. Jason.
Yes, sir.
Can you event plan?
I can try to sum it up out of how should I put this?
Just
and that's the only place they're going to get quality.
Right.
And so that's part of the reason I sought out
Absolutely.
to do what I do.
And that puts pressure on. I mean, and we feel that pressure, right? You know, there's actually businesses out there that they've been inherited from their parents and their parents and generations, and they basically inherited the greatness of the business, not necessarily even put any work in. So starting as a new business, you're competing with years of service. When you get into the business arena, you got to kind of match that.
And it's already hard being in the people pleasing business, and all your customers are never pleased. It's it's always a hard deal, but you do what you do. You know you provide quality, then
stay in your lane.
That's right.
Do your best and leave the rest.
And she takes it in stride too. I get exhausted just watching her Facebook post.
She
I
be
get
going off
exhausted.
I know, right?
When you
I
post
try
the
hard
videos,
to.
She be going off.
Yeah, but when you post the videos, like the after videos, I'm like, I'm tired just watching it because I can tell
you can know
you put in some work.
Absolutely.
And that little
exhausting.
meme they have that says, I work 80 hours a week to keep from working 40 hours a week. That's the real deal.
Wow. That's the other side of it.
It is, ain't it?
Is that when this is your only thing, this is your income, you got to go into overdrive.
Gotta pop.
Yeah.
Right. And people thinking it's going to get easier. It gets harder. Right.
Everybody thinks if they can put a color palette together and you know they got a linen plug and now everybody's an event planner. And I don't say nothing like that because they're to each his own. But I'm also I'm in an industry where there's no
linen ain't cheap. So they have a plug.
Sell linen plug.
I'm in an industry where there's no barrier to entry.
Right.
So anybody can be
an
event designer, extraordinary things. And so I try to
absolutely. You know, I see people inspired by what you do. Yeah. And then all of a sudden I see an event shop pop up and they're like, yeah, my family do events too.
Oh, that's cool.
Wait till they gotta
paint the walls 6 times in a month and buy 67 rolls of toilet paper for a weekend. You know. So.
Realize that you got to have some passion in this. You got to really love what you do.
Or you're going to get burnt out.
Yeah.
There you go.
$1,700 in gum extraction to take you out. and have your place looking like whatever. And
Exactly. And this is why we here today, because there's some people out there that don't mind the gum being on the floor, under the seats, on the set. That gonna call somebody out.
I would like to do. A friend of mine been looking for a place to do my birthday. Now, I ain't called you Chisa because I mean,
it's all good.
I know you're gonna do it big. I just don't want to go in 2019.
That's all I know.
I want to be debt free when I go in 20.
That's all right.
I know what my lane is with my budget. So to our businesses, like I'm looking at things like you said, people not really caring about spending money on their gum extraction and all that stuff. I'm looking at the ceiling. I'm like, so are y'all gonna have all y'all's light fixtures fixed? It's gonna be done by January.
All right, man.
Your head, boy. You do the old guys who back there with them canes.
Let me get that retirement package. Sure.
Hey, man, Triangle Club, man.
Hey, I'm down for
all that
retirement
stuff
package.
is important, for real. And you don't know until you start shopping for a place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whole nother ball game.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Man.
You just got married, so you know.
Woo wee.
It's not a joke.
You got it though. You got it though.
Boy.
You
It's
got
not a
it.
joke, though.
Boy.
Because when you spend that kind of money,
it's cool.
everything count, don't it?
Exactly. It's cool when you spending it. It's when you get back home and be like, oh shit.
I did an event
I did
with
what?
someone, they told me the doors on my stalls were too squeaky. I need a WD-40 them things.
What?
Wow.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That's all part of it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. That was a $40,000 contract, so what do you think I did?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
you get that WD-40.
You WD-40 to spin on it, everything.
Did you put some extra
Got some
WD-40
oil
on it?
sheen? You got some of that oil sheen?
I would have gave him the can.
Got some Sun Glow. Make sure that mud was wet. So Glow on that mud. Hey, you won't have no problem with that. There, man.
Wow. One of the top movies, Coming to America. Coming to America is one of the top movies. Darren Mary.
Yes, sir.
Now, you got the coffee shop, and you probably got 5 other things going on that I don't know about. But right now, I know about the coffee shop and the SEO.
Right.
You have multiple businesses and multiple companies coming at you to get them up in the rankings. There's a reason for that. Can you explain to people why why SEO is so important and what it does for your business?
Well, one, because your website is your sales. It's your number one sales employee, and it's working 24/7, 365, and some years 366. So that's why it's really important to be there and to be up on the rankings. So yeah, man, it's
So I mean, but how important is it to try and meet that level of service for people? Because there's people out here that think that all it is you getting a website and then you in the game. But there's you competing with millions and millions and millions of people out here, and you might not get no website action.
Yeah, when she talked about barriers to entry, there's no barriers to entry. I'm competing against Pakistan, and so I have to bring it every time. I have to make sure that I bring the highest level of service and make sure that my customers that they are treated like I want to be treated.
Right.
So I want to make sure that they're happier than I would be.
For sure.
I'm gonna ask,
we know. We about to get to this man.
Consistently ask this man, hey, are you happy yet, man? Are you good? Or, what can I do better?
Hey, from the first time I met Phil, he was on that SEO thing. I said, man, I know some SEO, but I ain't no champion at SEO. Like, I know SEO. I know some things that you have to do. And then when I met you, I said, man, I got just the guy for Phil.
Yeah.
Because Phil, you're a lawyer. How many lawyers is in this work? I mean, literally.
These are the most competitive.
One of the most competitive fields of work.
Right.
Is everybody's trying to be an attorney or whatever. And see, before I met you, I didn't even realize that was for criminal justice. It's lawyers for your website.
Right.
So, but you've been on the whole SEO thing since I met you. Can you explain to people why you wanted that level of service and why you're so into the SEO and making sure that you're up in the ranking?
Can you also tell the audience what SEO is?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Search engine optimization.
Say that again.
Search engine optimization.
And what is that?
So we manipulate a website so it's optimal to search for the searcher intent. So when someone is looking for,
you can't have a hot dog stand website. I'm bringing a hot dog stand in. Y'all know y'all like the hot dog stand story. The hot dog. If you got a hot dog stand, right? You got the best hot dogs. You got the #1 hot dog. You don't have nothing about how good your hot dogs are. You ain't gonna be nowhere in the rankings. You got to make sure that you're putting the correct keywords on your site. And Darren is a champion for that.
So it makes you more visible.
Yeah, somebody.
Not only what people don't realize that YouTube is the second largest search engine.
Yeah,
and Google owns them, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. So
right. In video, people pay attention to video.
Yeah.
So having the video and being up high in Google, that's a big deal.
And audio. Yeah.
But no doubt, SEO is very important. You know, with my firm, and you know, I am the product. I am the service. Hayes Law Office. Everything's intact with the business, but you have to have an avenue to for the product to be known, and you can service people. And you know, it was really important for me to identify what my practice needed, so I can get exposure. You know, I believe Hayes Law Office is a community-based firm, and we would like to make sure the community knows we're out there. We're committed to justice, and but we need to be exposed to the community.
Right.
I'm not from Indianapolis, so I don't have the strong, solid roots here.
Right.
But
where you from?
I am from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Went to undergrad down in Arkansas, played a little football down there, and I came back here for law school here in Indianapolis.
Got a lot of interceptions under his belt. So throw that out there.
You know, I wasn't that guy that heck was great with the hands, but I brought the hat. That's why I was
There you go.
Lock Dog, LOTT.
There you go.
DO to the double G. Brought the hat. But with that all said, you know, I took my time to learn about websites, learn about the SEO game, and when it was time for me to put the pieces together for my practice, because the internet is the yellow pages of the old.
Right.
The internet is the mass media that you need to have to get that exposure.
Right.
And so I had a paralegal at the time that introduced me to Ray, and Ray put together my first website, and we actually created it, you know, from scratch.
Yeah.
And I puzzled my business to understand my practice, understand my business, and believe in my business.
Right.
So when I first met Ray and spoke with him, I knew he had similar vision that I had.
Sure.
And he was able to put together the vision I had with regards to my website. And Hayes Law is a brand.
Yeah.
Everything we do is a brand. And everyone who's a part of the puzzle need to believe in the brand and understand the brand.
Say that again. Everybody who's a part of the puzzle need to believe in it and be a part of it.
Yes.
That's important.
And Ray put together this website, and out the gate, we were playing with the big boys when it came to search engine optimization, ranking. I mean, we were first page out the gate, ranking with criminal defense attorney in Indianapolis.
Keller and all these other people.
And out the box, as he put together a unique website, and we had the content to, you know, Hayes Law got real busy, and I wasn't able to tend to the SEO portion of the web page. So Ray, he hooked me up with Mr. Marion here, who is most definitely a SEO guru. And Ray knows my vision, knew my vision. He hooked me up with Mr. Marion, and Marion took it to the next level. And my firm has been working with his firm for the last year, and he's number one.
Good business.
And Hayes is number one. And one of the important things while I'm on this program tonight, you don't have to search far for talent and people who can help out your business.
Absolutely.
We have a wealth of talent that's untapped in this Indianapolis area. And why would you want to go out to a firm or SEO firm or a website designer from California, from Florida, when you can have instant access to people who can do the work just as good as them out on the coast.
Yep.
And they will take a little bit more pride
Yep.
in helping your practice, your firm, your business. And everyone that's been a part of the growth of Hayes Law Office with regards to putting it together with regards to the ranking, SEO, website, and advertising. They're all based here in Indianapolis.
Yep.
They're all been word of mouth referrals, and I'm proud of that. And I think more of us, our businesses, small businesses, especially urban minority businesses, need to look at some of the other players in different fields and give them an opportunity, a chance to help you grow, and they'll grow with you.
Absolutely.
And
Build a relationship.
That's one of the things I was gonna I wanted to ask you guys about that just made me think about, you know, in terms of business, that you didn't try to be an SEO, you know, you didn't try to make your own website, which is a lot of times business owners tend to do things that aren't their lane, you know. And so I wanted to ask you guys how important it is to have, because I know Chisa does it. She made a list of all the people that that contribute to the success of her business and how they make money, you know, from her business. And, you know, so I don't, you know, Chisa may not blow up balloons. That may not be her thing.
No, ma'am.
So she's going to hire somebody that does that.
Right.
But, you know, do you see that sometimes our businesses fail because we do try to be everything and it's not our skill? And then what happens as a result of that?
Well, you're gonna fail somewhere. I'm dealing with that right now. I can't be everything. I can't be everywhere. I can't be. I mean, I will if I'll try if I have to, because it's my business. But at the end of the day, I can't be the sales executive and the janitor and the accountant and the bookkeeper and the groundskeeper and the security and the caterer and the bartender and the, you know, it just goes on and on and on.
DJ.
That's the same as mixing
I can't
drinks.
do all of that. And I learned real early as it relates to running business and money. I will much rather give somebody my money than my time. So I pay it. Y'all do whatever needs necessary. What's the salary? Okay, as long as I can afford it, y'all gotta do it, because I'm already tired. You know what I'm saying? I can't. And if you try to do everything, you're gonna fail somewhere, which is why I'm no longer a planner per se. I'm just an event designer.
Yeah.
I design it, and I'm gonna go back to my office and have a seat. As long as it look pretty, I did my job.
There you go.
You know, I can't get you down the aisle on time and make an announcement when it's time for table 5 to get up to the buffet. I'm not doing all that anymore.
So you started out doing all those things.
Yeah, I was a planner for 17 years.
Plus the decorations.
Put time in.
And now that I have the venue, and this is a true story, now that I have the venue, trying to wear all 3 hats, the planner, designer, and the venue owner, there was a time I was doing a wedding. The candles weren't lit, so it means I had to run around and do the candles. It was also time to get my bride down the aisle. She was ready. And somebody standing over here talking about there ain't no soap in the bathroom. All at the same time. I can't be everybody. I said, oh, this ain't gonna work.
Right. You learn real fast.
Yeah.
But the key to it is that you're willing to invest, and we all are willing to invest in getting something done. You know, and there's a lot of people that want to cut corners.
Yes.
You know, nothing's about cutting corners.
No.
You might as well, you're going to end up paying it in the long run.
More.
So you might as well drop that cash.
You're going to pay more for
and let somebody do it right. You know, I'm an advocate.
A few times.
I'm an advocate paying somebody else to do something. Video, I'll pay somebody to do some video in a heartbeat. If videographers, holler at me. Because anything that I need video for, I'm willing to pay for, because I just don't have time for it. So, but that's one of those things where I'm willing to give that up, take that hat off, and put it on somebody else, and then pay them for it and get it quicker.
Like you said, stay in your lane. That's what I'm all about. Focus on my practice is very narrow, and also, you know, I know where my expectations and lie of what I need to do for my clients, and my expertise is narrow, and I'm gonna stay in my lane. So, like the panel has said already, it's all about investing. You know what I mean? It's not that you giving up money and just blowing money here. It's an investment to grow, and again, it's important to have people who believe in what you're trying to do, that you invest with, invest in them too. It's can be a mutual relationship, like I've dealt with Mr. Marion and Mr. Ray over there.
Yeah, I got a quick story for y'all, and this is where I kind of felt like I ain't gonna throw no names out there. I ain't gonna be like Ebony. I ain't about to throw nobody out. But a friend of mine, he's a personal trainer, and he has a business where he trains people every day. And a friend of his was getting out of jail, and he said, "You know what? I'm gonna bring him in, help him get himself together. You know, get him on the level. You know, we've been boys for a long time." And, you know, I'm going to give him a shot. So I'm online, and I'm sitting in this meeting, and every time my guy said, the one who owns the company, this is his company. He got a facility, a building, he got equipment. This is all his. But his guy that got out of jail, he kind of, you know, he always had a little extra something to throw on top. So Mike was saying, you know, we got this event coming up, the expo. I want to make sure that everybody is dressed the same, so we have the same shirts on, and we doing, you know, we look uniform. Okay, that's what you should do. I said, what? I said, who's this guy? I just want to be me, man. I feel like you taking away from everybody in their own individual self, because we all got our own personal training thing going on. Does that sound familiar? You get somebody that you get this family, or you know, you want to help them out, want to team up with them, and then they want to use you for what you got going on, but they want to do their own thing. Now that's the difference between somebody, so that you can get ahead. So as soon as an arena come up where you're supposed to shine, they discount everything. Like, nah, maybe you should do it like this. You know, maybe so, because I'm on this too. Maybe I want to get myself out there. At that moment, I said, man, this is a shame, and why we can't be friends with like, sometimes it's best to not to keep your friendships and your family out of it. Because everybody ain't good for business. You know what I mean? You'll ruin relationships and friendships because of the business thing. You a serious person, and your partner that just got out of jail, he don't know too much about business. He know what he want to do. You know what I mean? And this is just a one-off scenario, but we all know somebody that, you know what I mean, want to do business. They're not good for business. So
family too.
Yeah, family too. Sometimes you just gotta cut them off.
Yeah, man. One of the questions that you know I do have for y'all though. Oh, you want to comment on that?
Now I was gonna say, do you think that communication has a lot to do with that? So I would say communication rules a nation, and you think if you communicate that vision to that other person, then they know it's naturally going to be, they're naturally going to make that decision on their own.
Right. Well, people should make that decision on their own. The problem is that some people have their own agenda and what they want to do from the jump. So anytime that there's a crosswalk where it seems like they might be left behind, they don't want to put you in. That's not a team member, because if we have an organization and we're supposed to look uniform and go somewhere and represent this brand that we started under. But you saying that you want to try and do your own thing at this branding, sitting out there, be ready for people who want to work with you, but have their own agenda. So, you know, and this is where, and Phil, I'm going to bring you up on this when it comes to paperwork, you know, because you're a lawyer, you're an attorney. The importance of having contracts and paperwork together. A lot of people build up friendship businesses and don't nobody know who does what. And then until the money come, when the money come, how we gonna split this up? And you getting more than me, and what the business getting, and all this. When you first sit down with somebody, you have to hash all that out. Yes. When you do the partnership, when you go downtown with the Secretary of State, you decide that this is a partnership. This is where you start tallying out who does what. Clearly, who's the CIO? Who's the CEO? Who's the CFO? You know what I mean? So everybody has a role. But two people can't have the same. I don't care what organization you in. Two people cannot have the same role. No. I don't care if you've been partners for years or what. Somebody has to be something, and somebody has to be something else, or y'all never gonna get anywhere. So talk about the importance of having people on your team that see the vision and see the goal. And Phil, you spoke a lot on that already, but I want to give y'all a chance to chime in and to talk about the importance of people who align with your goals. and the objective for business.
I was trying to pass the mic to LL. He's looking at
Oh, I kick it off. Well, like you said, a lot of times, you know, everybody has that one person. They see you being so successful. They see you moving. They see you got money to do what you want to do. They like, dang, bro, why don't you just let me come in and work with you? And you just showing love. You like, okay, let me spread the, you know, this is my man's. I roll with him like that. So let me bring him in. But like you said, once you bring him in and he see all the moving parts, it's either A, he don't really want to put in the work. Because a lot of people just say, well, I mean, real estate investing is easy. You know, like, it should be easy if you want to do it. But, you know, when you buy a property and you spend $25,000, and, you know, whether it should last or not, I don't know, you know, where it's coming from. But then a lot of people, when I tell people that I'm real estate investing, they say, man, I don't want to fix toilets. Man, I don't want to worry about putting on the roof. Man, I don't really want to worry about putting down the floors. And you putting ceramic down? Why don't you just do the little cheap vinyl and throw it down?
With the sticky stuff on the back.
Just do that and call it a day. I say, I don't know about all of that. But then when that check comes, and it's
where my cut?
And it's looking like a phone number. They saying, cuz
yeah.
I was there the whole time. I was there. I said, you didn't want to do this, remember? Right. This wasn't for you. Said everything ain't for everybody, right? So when this $75,000 check right here that I just got cut, that ain't for everybody either. You got to keep that same energy. Right. But then now you acting funny. Now they say, man, don't call Willie, man. He act like I tried to borrow $100 from him. He told me he didn't get it. I know you just got $75,000, but they don't know that 75 got to go back in. Because hopefully this turn into 150. Right. I'm not going where you going. We got two different goals. Right. So if you gonna come in here, then you gonna do things the way it's being done right now. I don't need you to come in with no ideas. I just need you to do this bathroom. That's it. You're a contractor. You do this bathroom. You help me find somebody to do the roof. You know, if we lay the concrete together. I don't need you getting no ideas. Let me do the thinking, okay? I'm gonna keep it 100. Let me do the thinking.
It's your money, like
you know, and
it's your money.
A lot, man. Like, it's crazy that you spoke. Bro, this is no lie. I've lost almost all of my family members, bro, over money.
Wow.
And some friends. Like I'm gonna tell this story. I ain't never really told this story like on a platform like this, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. My very first house I bought, I paid $20,000 for it. It was off Fox Hill in Gifford, off of like Fox Hill in Michigan. Okay. I paid $20,000 for it. So I got in there. This was my first house. I didn't know nothing. I asked my realtor. I said, "Is the money here? Am I gonna get my money back?" He said the lowest house sold for $79,500, and that's the lowest. The highest we looking at is 85. They asking 20. And he said it's a total rehab. You gonna redo it, but you probably looking at maybe like 15,000. You know what I'm saying? To just get it nice. So I'm looking. I'm out of 35,000, and the lowest house sold for 79.5. So I'm like, okay, cool. That's that'll work. So I didn't have the documented income to refinance it, to pull the money out. I had brought in a partner. This is somebody that said, man, you real estate investing, man. Why don't you got somewhere I can make some money? I said, okay. I brought him in. I said, look, we just gonna put it over in your name, then we gonna refinance it because your documented income is higher. Right. And once we did that, cause I ran out of money at like, I put like 10 into it. That was all my money. We refinanced it for like $55,000 because we didn't have a mortgage on it. So once that happened, I gave him $5,000 out the gate. He didn't even have to put nothing into nothing. Right. This is just off the strength. Now I told him, I said, you can either use this $5,000 to go in on the next deal, so your split will be a little bigger than what it is, or you can take the money and spend it. I don't care what you do with the money. It's yours. He took it and spent it. Fast forward, the mortgage gets behind. I'm calling them to try to get them to go to Wells Fargo because they don't want the house. Banks do not want the house. They will work with you until the cows come home. Right? So I'm not being able to contact them. Come to find out, he had a girlfriend that told him that she didn't want him hanging around me. Which is odd because I'm putting money in his pocket for y'all to live. But that's another conversation. So The house goes into foreclosure. He finally contacts me. He said, man, the house goes into foreclosure. What you do? I said, bro, I've been trying to contact you for the last 8 months to go to the bank. I can't go to Wells Fargo and tell them I'm you. They gonna look at your ID and look at me. They gonna be like, who's this guy right here?
He's a part of it.
You see what I'm saying? So that house ended up going into foreclosure. You see what I'm saying? And he had to file bankruptcy on that. And he put it on me. Like, you did this. When I told you, when I gave you the $5,000, all you had to do was just keep up on anything that's dealing with the house. If you got to go, if I need you to go to the bank for something or talk to somebody, that was it. But the money's gone now. So it's like, I don't, like, you didn't make nothing out of it. So basically, the moral to the story is I lost my first house, and I put all my money into it. That house has sentimental value.
It's a learning experience.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not too quick to really work with a lot of people, bro. Like, you're going to have to, you're going to have to really, because, like, I'm really, like, you're going to catch me in the house with everything in there, moving the stuff out myself. I will be roughing in the shower myself, worst case scenario. I will hang the light fixtures. I will put down the kitchen floor. I will put in the cabinets. And if it gets too bad, I will get up there on the roof. I don't want to, like Chisa said, I don't want to do it. Because I feel like I was built for show. I wasn't built for manual labor. You see what I'm saying? So, I'd rather pay somebody else to do that. But don't get it twisted.
I will.
Because if you, this is how I learned. On my first property, I was running low on money. I had some contractors. They said that they gonna charge me $1,500 to put down a kitchen floor. It was like the kitchen was like the 10 by 10 where they was tiling. The bathroom was a 5 by 5. They said they're gonna charge me $1,500, and that wasn't including the parts. And I'm low on money. I said I don't think that that's respectable. I went to Lowe's, got me a towel cutter, some grout, and a book. Spent $267 in material and had a beautiful kitchen and bathroom floor.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying? So, and a lot of my friends seen me successful, and they like, man, let me get something, let me hold something, let me do this, let me do this. No, because you ain't see me personally. I'm willing to die for my success. They be like, man, don't you know that you can just fall off the roof and die? So what? I'd rather live enormous than die dormant. That's me though. I don't care. I don't want regular stuff out of life.
That's how we on it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So they don't have that same drive and that same dedication that I got about what I'm doing.
Right.
You feel me?
I can't say that that's a hard thing to find somebody to work with that match your level of what you're trying to do, because you see it, and oftentimes some people don't see it. That's okay. Some people just don't see it, but we have to keep pushing forward. You know what I mean? So Chisa, what's your experience with having people that want to be a part of what you do but don't necessarily see the vision, Take your time.
It happens often because, as I stated earlier, everybody thinks they can decorate.
Right.
Everybody thinks they can plan an event, but when they see all those moving parts come together, even the ones that don't that's not something they want to do, and maybe I've just hired them as an intern or just to help do something, for a temporary part of time, and they're like, I don't even see how you do it. How are you doing all of this? I'm like, because it's got to be done.
Right.
I slept 4 hours yesterday, and I ain't seen my kids in 2 days. You know what I mean? Like, they're not willing to make that sacrifice. And truth be told, when I started the Silver Center, well, back when I started researching to open a Silver Center in 2011, I had a partner, and that was done before I even got to open. And what happened, and it took one little thing to let me know, like, I think part of my success is because I'm a very quick decision maker.
Right.
I can't dwell. Now, if it's important, I'm going to think about it and I'm going to pray on it and all that. But I'm not about to be, it's got to be done, it's got to be done.
Right.
And I was like, hey, we got X amount of dollars. We still short X amount of dollars. But there's somebody that really wants to invest in us. We just got to go meet them and talk to them. And she said to me, well, you go ahead and handle it because I got to wrap my kids' Christmas presents.
Oh, Lord. Good day.
I can't say what I said on air, but that was the end of that.
Wow.
I said, oh, we're not about to sign this together.
Different priorities.
I said, yeah, no.
Let's wrap the partnership.
Right.
And put a bow on it. And put it under the tree.
But see, that tells you that everybody's not prepared and ready for entrepreneurship.
No.
They don't understand
and that's okay. If you're not ready for that, don't jump in that lane. You know, just realize that these business owners might make it look easy, but you know, they're behind the scenes is something else.
It is.
You know, there's a lot of moving parts that have to be in place. Again, we're matching the level of service of people that are out there. In real estate, you got carpenters, you got all these different real estate companies with money investing and flipping and doing what they do, and you gotta match that level of service.
Not to cut you off, bro, but that's why if anybody's running a business, you have to over deliver, just so people won't feel like they didn't get their money's worth. I always aim to over deliver in anything. Yep. That's always my goal.
Oh yeah, they want the world. They want the world.
But don't want to pay for it.
Hold on, y'all. I think we. Let me see. It's on.
It's on.
Yeah, it came back on.
Did it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's back on. Mine is.
Hold on.
This one's froze.
Yeah, mine is froze.
Okay, I'm about to do the part 2, so we about to be back in here in a second. Somebody don't want this to happen.
Man, this is a race, man.
Okay. Be back in 3.
Just talking about that.
Just go back to that page and reshare the live feed. Yeah, I'll tell you when it's.
2 billionaires running for office.
Okay, it's up now.
Yeah.
Oh, those two.
Just refresh and reshare it. Facebook don't want us to win.
Yeah, we back up.
Yeah. All right. So, all the viewers, if y'all tuning in now, let me wait for a few people to get back on there.
Interrupted again.
There it is, part 2. Hey, y'all, we apologize. I see a couple of y'all jump back on real quick. Sorry about that. Nah, it wasn't y'all. It's either Facebook. Shout out to all my Pakistan people. I ain't trying to with us. Please share this live feed again. We are down for part 2, discussing the level of service that should be matched and why it's important to make sure that the people that you're partnering with in business are about business. There's a lot of people who want to be involved in business but don't have the business mindset, don't have the business hat. They don't understand that leaders have to make decisions, and sometimes they got to make quick decisions in order to move forward. And a lot of people aren't prepared for that. That's not to say that you can't partner with people who might be able to give you a different view on things, but it can't stop the show. And then you learn by experience. That's the thing with leaders and leadership. Leaders understand that you got to lose to win. And in order to learn how to get to the next level, you're going to have to lose. You know, how else do you excel if Darren, I mean, in SEO, you keep trying, at some point you got to change it up. That's a learning experience when it comes to SEO and funding and all that. And truth be told, you got people that pay $30,000 to get some SEO done because it's that important. Yeah. And you got people who pay $10 and want the $30,000 package. We all know them kind of people.
Yeah.
You know, I get people all the time, man. Look, I'm in web development, and I'm not knocking anybody. You know, you'll cut somebody a deal. You say, hey, you know what? I know you. I'm cool with you. Look, let's cut this low. You give them the low, and then they want the $10,000 package website, you know. And then they get mad when they don't get, I paid you this and I expected this. And it's like, wait a minute.
Oh, gosh.
I would rather give you your money back and let you sit on that little $500 than spend 400 extra hours on something that shouldn't be. Now, when I do websites, I go 2,000%. Because one, you represent me, and I'm representing you, and I want my name to keep going out there in the name of web development, So for me, I just want to make sure I do a good job. So whether you pay $500 or whether you pay $2,000, I'm gonna give you the same level of service, But there's some people that will pay that they get mad. 250, 250. What you man? Old boy can do it for 100. Well, you go to old boy and get it for 100 then, because that site might not be working next week after you do that. That's you got to get your domain and hosting first. That's 124 right there. So the people don't realize that there's things that has to be paid for out of the money that you're getting from them. So for me, I'm gonna spend about, if I get 1,000, I'm gonna spend about $300-400 buying things to make your site work. So there's plugins and different things that you have to purchase, third-party software to make it do what you needed to do. There's no way around it. Somebody in China created a nice piece of software, and they charging $500 for it, but for you to do what you need to do, you got to pay for it.
That's right.
So you know what I mean. The people who are the customers have to realize that. So that's matching the level of service when you're able to invest in yourself and get those things so that people can be happy.
On the flip side, though, I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like too with businesses, you kind of get what you pay for, but also, like, I'm gonna go back to the business that had the light fixtures that weren't.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
So, and it was like $350 for a place that I think the area was like 60 hosts like 60 people. But and I kept thinking like, well, I mean, it is only $350, but at the same time, for $350, I mean, to me, that's it, right? That's my $350.
For sure.
I should be able to have my birthday party for $350 at a even if I say I'm a pass, you're still a business owner.
Sure.
Your reputation you should be concerned about. You should be concerned about the aesthetics, because
I agree.
I may pass up on that $350 because I'm not gonna look at them light fixtures all night because it's gonna drive me nuts. Right. But just because you're a business owner, and the fact that you're a business owner, like, that should be number one on your to-do list, is to make your establishment look appealing.
I agree with that.
So
I agree with that.
Well, here's the thing: they can't with $350.
So you saying like they can
money? You can't put back money into the venue to make it look nice and make a profit if you're selling your entire space for $350.
Well, mind you, though, it was like a part of. It was like as if you rented like some booth areas from the bar and grill. It wasn't a whole place, but so you're saying like that $350. Are you saying for that just that one night, or just for him as far as his operation costs that he couldn't? So you're saying
talking about like a section at a club or something?
No, so it's a bar and grill, and so there was like this one particular area that you can rent out for a party that's separate from like the other bar and other spaces and DJ area, and so and you just rent it out specifically for parties and the private parties. So I guess what I'm trying to understand is, so if he's charging $350, he can't get them light fixtures fixed because he's only charging $350.
Correct.
Yeah.
He still got to pay staff. Right? He has to pay staff. He got to pay somebody to clean it up before you come. He got to pay himself. He got a light bill.
Can he go to IKEA and get something for like $10 a piece?
Listen,
it was these were. I'm saying, I ain't even being funny. These weren't extravagant light fixtures. I'm saying something you can go to Lowe's for $10 and get.
But there are some venues that don't upgrade their stuff.
They don't.
There's some venues. I think that's what you're talking about. This is a venue that's probably been around for some time.
No, it's new.
And they've been making money.
Then how are you in business if you can't buy $10 light fixtures?
Yeah, that's another thing.
I would need 20 of those $350 rooms in order to create not only a lifestyle, but pay my staff, keep it up. Pay the bills. You know what I'm saying?
But is it worth it to stay in business and have a venue that doesn't meet the service level? So maybe that's why he lowballed and charging $350 because he can't get those clientele
And fair enough, because my grandfather says it takes all kinds. So everybody's not going to be able to pay a whole lot more. You know what I mean? And everybody don't even expect a whole lot more. You know what I'm saying? There are some who's just fine with that.
Right.
And that's fine. It takes all kinds.
Which they are, because I mean, they have parties there all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just, this is my 40th. There's a certain look I'm looking for. And I mean, I found a venue and worked it out. I'm gonna have to put in some work, but at the end of the day, you know, I know what I want, which is okay because the consumer knows what they want. Right. And if that's not what they want, they can just move on. But you still could have had my $350 if the aesthetics were right. You know what I'm saying? So.
No, we're live. Tell them to refresh the page and go to the next feed.
I want to ask y'all something though. What do y'all think is more important just in business? Making money or building relationships?
Relationships.
First of all, passion. You gotta want it. You can't just, people who are in it for the money, it never lasts.
Okay. Passion will bring out the relationships.
For sure. Yeah. If you like, I'm gonna do this because these people make a whole lot of money.
Oh, this get rich queen.
That's not for you.
The quit stuff.
Y'all see how Chisa just added her own stuff?
What I do?
He gave you 2 options and you created one, but you're a woman. You're a woman. It's okay. It's okay. Just want to let y'all know that I caught that.
No, I mean I call it too.
Right.
You know, I ain't
it's
about
all
to say
good.
that.
Don't rock it. Don't rock it. Don't rock it.
I'm sorry.
Money, making money, or building relationships.
Relationships.
I would say. I'll say relationships.
Why?
Honestly, I'm torn because honestly, if you got the money, you can really create. You can create the relationships. Honestly, that's
create the image of.
Because like to really just just to give everybody kind of like a little bit of background. Like when my mom died when I was 2, and me not meeting my dad till I was 26, and I didn't come up with no sisters or no brothers or nothing like that. I didn't have anything. Like it's like. They had to let me in because I wasn't asking nobody for no favors. I paid for everything that I was trying to do. Okay. So you can't stop me if I got my own bag. Versus with a relationship, somebody be like, oh man, I don't rock with him, so don't rent out your venue to him, or don't get his job to him, or I need this type of service, but don't swing it to him because I don't rock with him. If I got my own money and I'm able to pay for pay for what I need, it's like now I'm the relationship. Now I'm the person that you need to try to build a relationship with. You know what I'm saying? Well, this is my opinion.
I want to give another example.
Okay.
On the contrary.
Okay. All right. We knew you did.
And this is a real life story. So building the Silver Center, I'm going to make up some falsified numbers just so everybody in my business. Sure. Let's just say I had $1 million.
Okay.
I could pay my way to half my way, pretty much, right? Without the relationships, it don't matter how much money I had. I wasn't gonna get that place open because people talk about haters and everybody want to talk about you on social media and all that. When you got haters in high places that don't want black people to have anything nice. When you got the city on your back for ridiculous policies,
goes a long way. When
you got the state and you got to pay an architect $25,000 and he's a racist, you know what I'm saying? When you build those relationships, things are so much easier. It don't matter if I got $5 or $5 million. When they come in there and do that inspection, because I've already built the relationship, they know what it is. They know I'm not gonna have to do nothing. I'm all about my paperwork because downtown expects me not to be. But because I've built a relationship with them, they're like, oh, it's the Silver Center. I'll give you another example. At the old center, I used to do events for teens.
Okay.
I can't do those now because it's Marion County, but in Lawrence I could.
Right.
Teens are horrible. I didn't ever have any issues inside the center, but when they left out, they was vandalizing the gas stations and doing donuts at Walmart. All my business neighbors were like, "Look, we over her. We don't want her over anymore."
Right.
And Lawrence police stepped up and was like, in other words, we don't really give a damn how y'all feel about it. She's not going nowhere. Period. Because of the relationships that I built.
Right.
Anytime I plan to have one, they're the very first call.
That's
Look,
awesome.
I'm gonna do this on Christmas. Probably gonna be about 900 kids.
Right.
I need like 5 of y'all. Do y'all support this? Because if they say no, they like, oh no, we're not doing that. Then I won't do it. There have been times where they've stopped my money and was like, we saw this on social media. You supposed to be having something with this local rapper here that's got a song about F the police. We're not supporting that, and we won't be here for your security. I was like, oh, well, I can't have it. Why would I have an event for teens and I can't have the police here?
Right.
So I'm gonna have to give these people their money back because they can't have this event here. So it's about those. It don't matter. It didn't matter how much money I had. Those people had my back, which is why I never got shut down. People was trying to figure it out. There's detectives downtown right now that hate my guts because they could not figure out how I stayed open doing those things. It's because of the relationships that I had.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. That's a big deal.
You can monetize that relationship.
That's right.
That value of that relationship, you can monetize that.
Right.
So it's you know, that difference, what it's going to cost, like he was just saying, like Will was saying, you know, you got to buy your way in. If you're going to buy your way into something, that same relationship that you have, that's that value that you can actually assign a value to that.
Right.
And you can say, you know, hey, I know this, like you were saying, that knowing the police, knowing the sheriff, knowing the people in this area, that's a value to that. That would have cost her that much more.
Right. Right. That's a big deal. Phil, what are your thoughts on, you know, relationships or, you know, the money?
I'll make my own answer up on this.
There you go.
Bottom line is, I think they go hand in hand. It's all about quality of life to me, and you need proper relationships, and the proper backing, of monetary backing to make it happen. And it's all about quality of life of people who work for me, myself, and also who I'm servicing. So I don't think you can have one over the other.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I do think that there's somewhat of a balance. I think relationships are important, and I feel like burning bridges are not a good thing.
Yeah.
No.
Now there's people that you can say you don't give two F's about.
Right.
You know, but the truth of the matter is the people you don't give two F's about could one day be the people who have access to where you need to get access to. So you got to almost still be careful with who you know, build relationships with and who you break them with. Now, there's some people that you can just throw on because they ain't been ish, they ain't gonna be it, and that's just who they are. You know, you realize those people, but if you know somebody that's talented and do what they do well, you know, hey, you know, I may not use them again, but I'm not gonna burn the bridge. You know, I just learned my lesson. I can't use him for that or her for that, you know. So, but I'm not about to get on Facebook and be like, so and so said this, and she can go there and he can kiss my, you know. I mean, it comes back.
Yes.
It will come back.
Can't do that.
And I know people to this day that I will not do business with or verbally, like, in some instances speak with because I know how they are with business. I mean, that's just not my cup of tea. It's people that will smile in your face, and I mean, everybody got their own way of doing it, right? You know, some business owners are there for the money. They don't care if they just see dollar signs.
That's it.
You're going to have people like that. You know, sometimes those are the people who go the furthest. You know, but for me, I don't really care too much about the dollar. If I can't build with somebody, because to me that goes a long way, and I don't want to have people hating me because I don't hate anybody. You know what I mean? So, you know, if you failed at a service that you were supposed to provide, I just won't use you again.
Right.
You know, it's as simple as that.
I think he made a mention and said something about living your brand or being your brand or something. That kind of goes hand in hand with what you said, because the lifestyle that you have to live when you breathe your brand, it falls into every little nook and cranny of like it goes far beyond, like it's ridiculous. Reviews could kill your business. That's the time we live in, where somebody in their feelings can post a review and it hurts you.
All it takes is one.
I have to be extremely careful on who I date. You know, I don't fall out with people intentionally because I'm a venue. There's people who say, I'm not going to that venue because she's there. Well, I ain't out here. I don't sleep with nobody's man. I'm not about to be. I don't do nothing crazy. I'm not falling out with no girls.
Right.
Because then the girl tell her sister and her auntie, oh, that's that one place with that girl, and then she gonna tell her neighbor. And I just don't fall out with nobody.
Right.
I just don't get into all that. The last thing I need, as far as my brand, is to be dating somebody that don't have Willie's course. You know what I mean? And they look at him and his pants is hanging down. And, and they like, that's the Silver Center lady, man. He's more bread.
Right.
Unfortunately, if you can't handle taking on my brand, I ain't got nothing.
And that goes into another thing, the people, and this is going, we're in business already, and we're going to wrap this up after this. Let's talk about supporting cast, okay? Whether you have a wife or a significant other, or whatever it is, you want that person doesn't have to be extremely all up, and if they're not business savvy, then they obviously probably not going to always get it, but support means everything. And you're right in regards to like the look. When you are representing yourself and you got somebody, they should understand and have enough love for you to clean themselves up or be presented properly when it comes to your business. But if you the owner of this and you got Blow Joe out here doing whatever he wants to do, doing donuts and Willie's in the park, ain't that old girl knocking over liquor stores, robbing banks. I mean,
can you imagine how much pressure it would be on me today, Billy? He got a red bottom hat on. That's pressure. That's pressure. Because now I got to be Willie's brand. So I'm going to spend way too much time in the mirror trying to keep up,
So,
some people, I think, do that to sabotage your business too. Attach to your brand.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have.
This is the day and age.
Had those experiences.
Yes.
This is the day and age where you have to really be careful because the internet can kill you.
Oh, yes.
I mean, we see it every day with people who decide that they want to get drunk and be racist. And then all of a sudden they out of a job.
Oh, yes.
That's supposed to be the bread. And you got to be careful out here with what you're saying and how you're moving and what you're doing, because at the end of the day, you don't want the world against your business. You're going to have to close that down and open up something new. And you could tear down thousands of hours of building a brand that, made you successful. And it could be gone just like that.
I got something to add to that, and it's funny you bring that up, man. It's real funny because you know how anybody that knows me knows me. Like I'm working every day. I'm checking my credit score. I'm making sure my utilization is at 25%. I'm checking my flyer mail, seeing where I'm trying to go next month. And I made a post on Facebook. I'm single, by the way. I made a post on Facebook, and I said it'll be good if I had a wife so I can give her Platinum American Express, which that's the card that I have, and I can assign anybody one and just give them average
individual users. The gold card.
I said it'd be good if I had a wife and then she had a Platinum American Express card, and we can travel for free. And then I said, according to Experian, it's not that many responsible women. This is just my experience. I'm not speaking for everybody, not the whole world. I'm just speaking from Willie's experience with what Willie has been going through. That comment right there had 200 comments. Listen, they was on there arguing about why credit is not important, or they found some type of way. They found some type of way to be like, well, that ain't for everybody. Well, everybody's working on something. And listen, I let them do that, and it was. I'm not gonna lie, it was a potential or two on the post, that I might have, what I'm saying, that she would have lost a glass slipper and I'd have brought it back to her. You know what I'm saying? It was a potential on there, but just seeing how she responded and reacted to that. It canceled it. It canceled it right there, because if you got bad credit, then you need to just say, man, you right, I need to work on my stuff. Matter of fact, can you give me some tips, because I'm working on mine right now. Instead of trying to justify you having bad credit. Because if you want a responsible guy, he don't want a female that's running around here irresponsible. You got to be what you looking for, if that's what you want. But hey,
For sure.
You know, she ended up deleting her page and like all,
oh goodness,
all type of stuff, man. You know.
I think that if you're in business, there's a couple of obligations that you should have as an entrepreneur. One, your significant other should, in some form or fashion, be succeeding from that in some way. Whether it's gaining knowledge, whether it's improving their credit or whatever it is, they should be feeling some of that too. Because I think what often happens is we meet people who aren't really there where we are mentally, and we pass them up. And then all of a sudden you got two completely different people. Like, man, you were so supportive in the beginning, now you just don't like me or whatever, you know. And so some of that is our fault. You know, we wanted somebody completely different from who we were, and that kind of you get what you ask. I don't know if people know the land of God, but you get what you ask for. So you know, all that to say this, I feel like when it comes to relationships and business, one, make sure that the person that you're with understands what you're trying to do, understands your vision. That's important. You know, you can be with somebody that just want to ride the coattail, and they find out how much work and how many hours you putting in, and now you ain't spending enough time with me. You know, it's like, well, you knew I was doing this before when we was together. So, you know, make sure that they understand that, because there are going to be times where you're going to be away. You know, and sometimes, you know, and in my situation with my wife, I don't expect her to always be where I'm at when it comes to what I'm doing with business. With business, I just don't, because you know what? That's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure because she's busy doing stuff at home. You know what I mean? I respect that. I actually don't expect her to do a whole lot when it comes to business for me, because she does a whole lot at home. So we have that kind of relationship. You know, but I know one thing's for sure. If I asked her to do something, or if she will be at a heartbeat. When we went to Atlanta, I mean, and both of our wives was there.
Y'all had the whole get up.
They was there. You know what I mean? And that's the kind of love you want.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Somebody that's ready to drop it, like, look, let's go get this. I know what you got to do. And that's what you want to look for. And if you can't find that, it's okay with not being with nobody at the time. You know what I mean? Some people just don't understand.
Let's be real. Our wives they mainly went because they wanted to turn up. Let's be real.
Hey, it was dope, but y'all went to the club, didn't you?
Yes, and
out there,
that was
nice.
Yeah,
that was nice. Atlanta's cool, man. I think that there's some cool places there. I couldn't live there. I think it's a little bit too fast for me in regards to just city life. Like this city life in Indianapolis is cool. It's kind of slow. It's fast but slow. Atlanta is a whole other ball game. I can't keep up with them out there.
My photographer, Lance, I came him down there. We walked in the club, and you know, I asked him did he want anything. He said, you know, I don't know if I got him some or not. I walked away. I came back. I don't know where he got it from. He had a bottle of Moet, and he had his shirt, a bottle.
Shout out to Lance.
I remember that.
Lance is hilarious.
Listen though, bro, listen. He had his shirt all the way unbuttoned, man, standing on the couch.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, I have it on tape.
I said, I can't take you nowhere, man. I can't take you nowhere. He had a blast.
Yeah. Shout out to Lance, man. Lance had a good time out there.
Lance.
Yeah, Lance. Hey, Lance knows how to have fun.
Is that Lance Parker?
But hey, man, this has been a great discussion, man, about business. This is our first. We got a part 2 next week where we're going to be talking about more of the marketing and promotion side of business. But this was a great discussion on the do's and don'ts of, you know, being a business owner. You know, there's a lot of people out there that have the wrong idea for being an entrepreneur, you know, or going into business. You know, whatever business level or service industry you're in, study it. Study it, because if you don't, like Hayes said, you know, if he studied the market, studied the SEO, studied the field he's in. He's an attorney. You're competing with a lot of people. You have to understand the service industry you're in, and make sure that you're matching the level of service that people are used to, and that's important. You can't open up a chicken sandwich.
Analogy,
I wanted to use the hot dog. Hey, you better have the best damn hot dogs in the city.
EB, do you want to close this out?
Sorry, my bad. Hey. It's what 40, almost 40 gets you.
I seen one eye closing over there
at 9:45 and stuff. Thank y'all for coming out. You know, I mean, I posted earlier that we was gonna get some insider information, and I think you know, our viewers, I know for sure they got a lot of information. You know, because you know, I mean, a lot of people think they can start up a business, or I mean, maybe they can, you know, but don't understand that there's a lot, and y'all put in a lot of work. You know, put in a lot of work, and I think one of the main thing that people should know is that we have to be realistic, and we need people like you guys to be realistic and be real with people and with us, you know, or anybody that wants to start a business or keep a business or make their business more successful.
Yep.
You know, so a lot of people, a lot of us, you know, or people educate by just showing how much money you can get, and not all the things that go into it, you know. So we appreciate you guys for being so transparent and candid, because that's really, I think, is what's going to help our community grow in entrepreneurship, or anybody that wants to start a business. So I'm looking forward to part 2 next week.
for sure.
See what we're gonna bring.
Yeah, I want to give y'all a chance to give the viewers some information. Maybe, I don't know if you got something coming up, or you just want to reiterate who you are and where they can reach you at. Start with Hayes.
Once again, Philip Hayes, attorney at law. We stay in our lane, criminal defense.
Stay in our lane.
You need a expungement, or you're having trouble getting to and from work because you have a suspended license, we can make this happen for you and get you a specialized driving privilege.
Keyword.
No doubt.
It's a key word.
And Hayes Law Office, we are, like I said before, community-based. We would like to continue to provide great service to our clients, and we always are open to having other team players to help us grow, and we will most likely help you grow too, like we have the relationship that we have with Mr. Marion, and before that, Ray. So thanks for inviting me. Hopefully I brought something to the table tonight.
Absolutely. And your website?
Website, thehayslawoffice.com, and we're across the board throughout the social media, and follow us.
There it is. Darren.
Yeah, thank you for letting us come out. Let me come out here today.
For sure.
Just look up Indiana SEO, show up number 1.
As you
So,
should.
yeah, retail SEO. So, we're the honey badger of
Right.
SEO, man. So, we go out, I mean, literally, we're the honey badger.
Wow.
So, we're the small guy, but we're gonna do what we gotta do.
There it is. There it is. You said Indiana SEO?
Yeah, we'll show up 1.
Man, you should have known. You should have known. He ranked number 1 in every coffee.
Yep, coffee too.
You put in coffee, Starbucks ain't coming up.
Yeah, you put in Indiana coffee, we show up number 1.
Wow, that's
There's
incredible.
coffee.
That's what's up, man.
Jeez.
Across social medias at the Silver Center. Website is thesilvercenter.com. Info at thesilvercenter.com is the email. Office 317-969-6555. We got coming up. We got Damon Williams comedy show on Thanksgiving.
Nice.
We got Breakfast with the Grinch coming up December the 1st. We got the stocking stuffer soiree for all the vendors on December the 8th. And it goes on and on and on.
There you go. Do you have an event calendar where someone can see all the stuff that's coming up?
Yeah, so unfortunately I didn't get a hold of Mr. Darren here, but I do have a new website rolling out in a few weeks that has an event calendar on there. You can click on there. All the way down to everything. You can pick your seat on my new website.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Oh, boy.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's next level.
That is next level. But again, you're matching the level of service because people, for venues, that's what people are used to.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Willie, you can log on to fashionandfinance.org. My style course is up and available for purchase. It is around 45 minutes to 1 hour for content. It also comes with an ebook that's roughly like 38 pages. Also, if you or anybody you know is selling a house, hit me up at williebuysHouses.net. That's the website, and also the Facebook page. And you can add me on Facebook, Willie Dynamite. I got Fashion and Finance on YouTube, Willie Buys Houses on YouTube. Same thing on Instagram, and just reach out to me. Let me change your style.
There you go.
Oh.
There you go. P. Wills, you got anything you want to say?
Look, I appreciate y'all, man, for coming, sharing all the knowledge and stuff, man, on business. Yeah, and you know, I look forward to part 2. Shout out to all the viewers, man. Please share this on your page so we can, you know, get this great message out. Hopefully, it'll benefit a lot of people. And yeah, just appreciate y'all for coming tonight, man.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, and I'll reiterate that. Yeah, appreciate y'all coming, man. This is always a great honor for us to sit across and listen to, you know, people experienced in their fields. Gives us a chance to learn some things. And I hope that everybody voted today. You know.
He didn't. He bought socks.
Okay, listen. Do y'all wanna make this another segment? We ain't got enough time. Now I got time, but I don't know if you do.
No, we ain't gonna
Okay,
do that.
all
We ain't
right.
gonna do that.
I'll leave it alone.
We can see once the results come out tonight. We can wrap it up in part 2 next week.
I'm gonna be back next
You'll
week
be
just
back.
to talk about.
We'll
the
be
results.
back next
We'll
week.
be back next week. But see, she done brought it up. Now
You posted it?
I'll be back next week. I'm definitely coming back next
We're
week.
gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. So thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah, shout
We
out,
will
man.
see y'all next week.
Peace.
Thank you.
Peace.
Say peace, Ebony.
Thank you again.
Good show. I hate that it cut off and we had to have a